What's going on, everybody? This your boy Keep Game here, and we're here with another adventure in Jacob's Pokemon Journey in Firered. Oh yeah, 6:29 in the morning on this day to be exact. Today, it's a beautiful morning for continuing this Pokemon journey. There, bright and early. Oh yeah, and last few videos, we had been to Cerulean City, and then we arrived in Vermilion City after, visiting Bill, and he gave us that voucher to board the cruise ship that they have here. The cruise ship in SSNA, where we battled a lot of trainers. Plus, we took on our rival again. So now we're going to take on Lieutenant Surge, the gym lead for our third badge, the Thunder badge. Yes. Remember, anybody who has seen the anime, y'all know that was actually a really tough battle for Ash, and I need to get some potions there. So, let's go make a quick little stop here. like they say in the Jim Carrey mask, I need to make a little stop. So, yeah, as we know, in the anime, that was a really tough battle for Ash. And of course, there have been some other tough battles that Ash has had. Pretty obviously, but this was really tough in the beginning of the series here. With the whole had the whole thing with Pikachu versus Raichu, and because I know Pikachu really kind of took it personally with that battle there a little bit, especially Lieutenant Surge was sort of kind of harping on not only Ash but also on his Pikachu, and there was the whole thing of how tough this guy was and everything. I'm just sort of looking at different things real quickly. I'll probably sell some of these. Just the red. Now some of these red stuff like that. Not saying they're bad TMs, but I kind of go more for the ones that's actually that's gonna do some damage and everything. Certain TMs that I prefer, Now Roar, it could be useful, but I want to battle, I don't want to be it could. There are times where I do have to try to get, maybe try to get on with something in a wild Pokemon fight, but overall, just take them head on there. So, anyway, as I was saying, in that battle, leading up into the battle, so Ash had went into the gym. He went into the gym and everything. It was some pretty bulked up trainers there. Then Lieutenant Surge himself came out there. He was pretty jacked up there. And when I say jacked, with muscles and everything. Let's see, just a few. Let me see if I need to paralyze here, because a lot of times electricity does cause paralyzation there. So we're gonna go, just to be on the safe side there. And then you got some trainers in there too, so that's something to look out for. He went in there, asked for Lieutenant Surge. They said, hey, boss, another victim for the emergency room. Oh yeah, that's what I got. I gotta teach one of my Pokemon to cut move. So he stepped up, he said, which one? Everybody looked up. Even this dude was like tall, like Shaq size. Because even he was taller than Ash, Misty, and Brock. So he came, and it was like, whoa, he's huge. Is he the trainer you have to beat? Like, welcome to Vermilion Gym. Hey, my next challenge is a cute one. Don't think I'll go easy on you, baby. Let's see. I guess we could take away the peck move, yeah. I mean, I know it was it was useful, don't get me wrong, but yeah, let's go and get rid of the peck move there. So we can cut this branch down here. But yeah, he was talking. He thought Misty was the challenger, and then when Ash said it, and they showed himself, Lieutenant Surgeon's like, "Oh, so you're my next challenger? Hey, well, all right then, baby." "I'm no baby." "I call everybody who loses to me baby." "Hey, look at this! Baby brought along a baby Pokemon." Yeah, and Ash was like, "Well, why are you making fun of my Pikachu?" "Well, I'll show you why. Go Pokeball!" And that's when you saw Raichu for the first time. Yeah. So we're gonna get on need a Reno to evolve here, my Tony. Alright. Bring out Nidoking. That way I have me a couple of ground types here. Yeah, but wow. Alright. Tony evolved into Nidoking. So now we got Nidoking and of course my Geodude there with Rocky. Alright, so. And Charmeleon is still, yep, like I say, he's gonna kind of back everybody up, leading the team there. And Charmeleon is really gonna come in handy against the 4th gym in Celadon City with Erica, because all her Pokemon are grass type. And yeah, fire type pretty much dominates grass types there. So this is what we're gonna do first. We're gonna challenge all these trainers, and then I'm gonna show you how you get to Lieutenant Surge. It has something to do with these trash cans here. Yep. This is no place for kids, not even if you're good. Yeah, I figured there was a sailor in here. Yes. Well, I guess it could make sense that a Sailor Dwayne. Hey, I think we saw him on the cruise ship. Yeah, that's just, he's under that same name. Yeah. But it is possible that a Sailor could also have electric type Pokemon. I mean, you do, I know in like later regions of Pokemon, they do have electric / water types there. But also, I mean, you think about the fact, sailors, they sort of have an association with Vikings and stuff like that. And anybody who studies like Norse mythology, stuff like that, Vikings, Norse mythology has a connection with, like Asgard, like Thor and Odin and all that. And we know Thor is like the lowercase g god of thunder, so yeah, and a lot of Vikings talk about old Thor. And Vikings sail the seas just like sailors, so that is a possibility. A little magnitude. Oh yeah. Yeah, the ground type moves pretty much dominate through this gym. I don't know. I know Geodude now. Don't get me wrong. I know Geodude will do really. I mean, I got no doubt of Geodude's success with this. Because electric attacks don't affect ground type at all. I mean, electric attacks can't even damage them. And their moves pretty much dominate the electric type. However, because of how I think it's like level 25 that Rocky evolves, so yeah, I'm really hoping that maybe that I could kind of evolve Rocky before I switch him out, and I want to switch him out before I go in Rock Tunnel. That's the way you get to spoiler alert, that's how you get to Lavender Town, which from there you can get to like Celadon City. So yeah, hopefully before I go into Rock Tunnel, switch him and obviously Nidoking out with a couple of other Pokemon. More than likely my Clefairy and my Paris. So yeah, so to sort of get them trained up and everything. Yep, and then when Mankey evolves in the Primate finally, I'll probably switch him out with Magikarp. Yeah, so he can become a Gyarados. So really add to my Pokedex and everything. So, all right, let's take on the next trainer, shall we? Yeah, I did. I forgot to save, but don't worry, it'll be all right. Yeah. Engineer Bailey, okay. Hold up. Make you yawn. Those physical attacks like tackle barely hurt ground type as well as rock types there. So almost kind of make me think of Superman. You know what I mean? You're trying to punch him. Magnitude needs a little more power now. Okay, now Sonic Boom, that might be a little something to worry about there. Not sure how that did as much damage as it did, but okay. But at least, you know, I got my Nidoking there. Yeah, that way I can... Okay, yeah. Now, this is where we would need Zippo, Charmeleon, because... even Mankey, because steel types, you know, steel types are weak to fire and fighting moves, but we're going to use Zippo for this one here. That way we can keep him ahead and level there. Magnemite. Alright, use a little Ember here. And another reason, not only because of the steel type, but Magnemite has an ability to levitate, which he's about probably the only electric type Pokemon because he's part steel type, that would be immune to ground type moves like Dig or Earthquake, stuff like that. However, though, like I say, in the early games, they didn't have steel types until the second generation with the Hoenn region. Then when they introduced like Firered, like the remake of the first game, then they brought that in because, you know, we had been introduced to the steel types and everything. So that's how that happened there. Let's see. So now I'm going to use a little potion here. Charge him back up. Alright. Now we got one more trainer. I was in the army. I think he said he was in the army with Lieutenant Surge. He was a hard taskmaster. Oh boy. There's one thing about that military. They can be pretty rough. Gentleman Tucker. Okay. So I'm gonna guess he's a retired veteran there. Ooh. Now we got another Pikachu to deal with here. You know, back in middle school, I actually there was this one coach I had for both 6th and 7th grade, but when I got to 8th grade, we had a coach that actually had been in the military, and boy, he was tough. Yeah, he was. So we had to do like run laps every day, and like at the beginning of our gym class. Yeah, and it was like, as I say, yeah, he was really on us about running those laps there. I will say, like I say, and despite the fact that he was hard on us and everything, I mean, he wasn't like, you know, mean like a Trunchbull or anything like that. Oh no, he wasn't a bad guy or anything. Just just real tough. That's all. Because like I say, he was in the military. The dude was in the military. Now, it kind of seemed that way because being kids, like I say, a lot of time, you don't quite, sometimes you don't quite get things there right away. But yeah, like I say, over time, yeah, it was like, okay, he's not such a bad guy. Yeah. Matter of fact, he really helped me out. In just a second, I'm gonna find out about so y'all can see how to get in here. It's not easy opening that door. Lieutenant Surge was always famous for his cautious nature in the Army. Okay, let's see if any of these other guys will tell us. Okay, I'll talk. Lieutenant Surge said he hid the switches inside something. Okay, let's find out what it is. Lieutenant Surge installed traps in the gym himself. He set up double locks everywhere. Let me give you a hint. When you open the first lock, the second lock is right next to it. Oh, so we have to. Okay, so once we find the first lock, the second one will be right next to it. So let's see what we got going here. Okay, there's a switch under here. Turn it on. First electric lock open. Okay. Let's see. Gotta be next to it. Ah, man. Okay. Let's try this again. This is the tough. This is what makes it challenging here because the switch is changed there. Since I'm recording, a lot of times what I would do once I found the second one, I would save it, which I should still do that, but I would save it and just say I didn't get the right one, I would start the game over at that very spot that I got the first one and come back. Okay, switch. Okay, try. Okay. Let's see. Okay, gonna go down here. Boy, talk about a real cautious dude here. Okay. Okay. I got it. Come on, Lieutenant Surge, you can't keep doing that. Let's see. Yeah, huh? Man, I'll tell you one thing. This guy would make a killing with security system. Yeah, huh? Although I guess it would be a disadvantage. Like if you got home and you the one that set the security system and you end up forgetting how you did it. Okay. Oh, come on. Now it's almost, man, I thought Magical Hat to Yu-Gi-Oh would be difficult there. I activate Magical Hats. Okay, gotta be this one. Yes! All right, got it. Okay. Let's get on in here. Save. All right, let's take on Lieutenant Surge here. All right, got my Geodude ready and also my Nidoking. And they say to back him up and everything. Now, of course, I do have Pikachu. I could do the classic Pikachu versus Raichu, like from the anime, but we're just gonna stick with the ground type for this one. Yeah, just to, like I say, to sort of as they say, work smart, not hard. Yeah, nothing against. I know anime. The thing with the anime, it's a lot different than gameplay. So obviously, yeah, I mean, I get, what they were trying to do, kind of that whole, going up against someone that's stronger than you and having to figure out how to take them down. But of course, again, like I say, the anime logistics are a lot different from gameplay. So, Hey, kid! What do you think you're doing here? Let me see. I'll try a different voice. Let's see. Because I know Brock had a different voice in Pokemon Origins. There. Let's see, like a soldier voice there. Oh, you know who else? You know who I'm thinking of Tommy Lee Jones from the Captain America movie. Hey, kid, what do you think you're doing here? You won't live long in combat. Not with your puny power. I tell you, kid, electric Pokemon saved me during the war. They zapped my enemies into paralysis. And the same I'll do to you. And I ain't getting you no sandwich. Remember they said that about Cap to say somebody get that guy a sandwich? Till his surge was like that. And now Voltor. Go Rocky! Have the eye of the tiger! Use the eye of the tiger! It's the doo-doo-doo. Okay, good. Get that magnitude there. Oh yeah! Hoping he'd level up instantly. Okay, just keep him out there. Okay, so anyway, as I was saying earlier about my coach from middle school, 8th grade, yeah. He had acted, let's just say there was this one time I remember I had this jacket and I was not in, I think some kind of way, I had it zipped up or something like that. But some kind of way, the jacket got stuck, or like the zipper or something, and I couldn't get it off. So Coach Knox, oops, I said his name there, my bad. But anyway, so Coach was trying to take it off, help me take it off, over my head. He got one of the students. This Pikachu must be really fast there. He tried to get it off over my head. It was really trying to get this jacket off there. He ended up having to call one of the other students to help him get it off there. Like, oh boy. But we finally did get it off. I mean, yes! Yeah. Amazing when I mentioned about getting the jacket off, and magnitude finally worked at level 10. Ironic, isn't it? Alright. Let's see. Well, I guess I'll just keep Rocky out there. Well, at least I added to my Pokedex with it, okay. Not much damage there, right, you? Oh yeah, another magnitude. Just need one more. As long as it doesn't drop in its number there. Well, I did a little bit there. Okay, we're gonna. Well, yeah, better keep up the max. Yeah, that's why. Because of course he'll use a super potion there. They will do that. Ooh, why is the magnitude dropping? Dang! We gotta raise it back up now. Oh, Geodude! There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. Like Geodude got us through this pretty quickly here. Now that's a shocker. Oh wait. Now that's a shocker. You're the real deal, kid. Fine, take the Thunder Badge. Thunder Bash cranks up your Pokemon speed. It also lets your Pokemon fly lightning quick anytime, kid. You're special, kid. Take this. It's it, TM34. It contains Shockwave. Teach it to an electric Pokemon. Yep, which would probably be my Pikachu, obviously. Yep. And in the early games, the TM he would give you was Thunderbolt. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I'm definitely still teaching this to Pikachu. Let's see. So it's what 6:55. So yeah, make our way out here. So let's see. So what we're gonna do now? Heal up there. Now there's one other thing I think we can probably do with the time we have. We're gonna go through Diglett's cave because if I'm not mistaken, you have to get a HM called Flash to get through Rock Tunnel. So yeah, we're gonna make our way through Diglett's cave. Oh, first, one other thing to take care of too. I think over here it's a Pokemon fan club, I want to say. Oh no, that's not it. There. Okay. That's not it. Ah, right here. Right here. Yeah, it's the Pokemon fan club. This guy got a Pikachu. Won't you admire my Pikachu's adorable tail? Our chairman is very vocal about Pokemon. We got a chairman over here. Oh dear, my seal is far more attractive. By double, I would stay. And that's the chairman here. I chair the Pokemon fan. Oh, you know, I just imagined the perfect voice for. I chair the Pokemon fan club. I raise more than 100 Pokemon. I'm very fussy when it comes to Pokemon. Surely I am. So, did you come to visit to hear about my Pokemon? Yeah, sure. Good, then listen up. My favorite Rapidash. It's cute, lovely, smart, plus amazing, don't you think so? Oh yes, it's stunning. Kindly love it. Hug it when sleeping, warm and cuddly, spectacular, ravage. Oop, look at the time. I kept you too long, but thanks for hearing me out. I want you to have this. A bike voucher. Take that bike voucher to the bike shop in Cerulean City and exchange that for a bicycle free of charge. Don't worry, my favorite pharaoh will fly me anywhere I need to go. So I have no need for a bicycle. I hope you like cycling. If you didn't recognize the voice I was using there, I was actually imitating the mayor from Townsville in Powerpuff Girls. You remember? Sugar, spice, and everything nice. These were the ingredients to create the perfect little girl. So Professor Utonium accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction. Chemical X. Pow! Thus, the Powerpuff Girls were born, using their ultra superpowers, Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup, and dedicated their lives to fighting crime and the forces of evil. Yeah, that was a show there. Well, isn't this a surprise? Diglett dug this long tunnel. Goes right to Viridian City, they tell me. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can catch some Digletts there, just to add to the Pokedex, basically. And also, hopefully, get my Geodude leveled up a little bit. Yeah. As we make out, so I'm gonna take this. We're gonna get the Flash HM. Use that to help us see through. That's a Diglett right there. to see in Rock Tunnel, and also kind of take a scenic route back to Cerulean City through Meridian City / Mount Moon again there. I'll probably do that part off screen, but yeah, we're just gonna do Diglett's cave and get the Flash HM. So yeah, and then probably, you know, go through the Mount Moon and everything off screen there. Now you actually can use Magnitude against Diglett if they use their dig move there. Okay, that's the only disadvantage. Okay, I probably have to use like Tackle Attack or something. Yeah, if I want to try to catch one. Unless I find a higher level Diglett there. I could have caught one against the third, but yeah. Yeah, they got to be kind of overpowered there. Okay, I want to sort of catch a male Diglett. Yeah, see, this is a good use for Magnitude. Yeah, because that's one of the only. I think there's some other attack, but that's one of the only attacks that affects them when they use digging. No, we do not want to learn self-destruct. No, and no. It is a powerful move, but the thing with self-destruct, it's pretty probably self-explanatory why I would say no to that, because all your Pokemon's hit points go to 0. Yeah, not exactly the best of moves, if you ask me. Okay, we're just gonna do Tackle Attack. That way we can at least catch the Diglett. Get the Diglett! Okay. I'm going to switch out to Ethan, my Pidgeotto, because ground type moves do not work on flying types. Yeah, see what I mean? Okay, so let's see. Guess we can give one more tackle. Good grief. I thought he'd be at least left with one hit point. Okay, let's try this again. And it's a female one. Okay, gotta try to get the male one. Don't you be growling at me. Oh boy. I will say, speaking of, since I mentioned about the Powerpuff Girls earlier, my favorite episode of the Powerpuff Girls, there's two particular episodes. There's actually two of them. Oh boy, probably, yeah, I would say the Rainy Day Adventure and Mime Time. Yeah, Rainy Day Adventure, they actually couldn't go outside. They say even the villain couldn't go outside because it was raining. So since there was nothing to do outside, the Powerpuff Girls decided to play Powerpuff Girls inside, and it was really interesting to see them do that. Yeah, like actually pretending they were using their powers and stuff. Obviously because they didn't want to damage the house or anything like that. That was actually pretty interesting. And they would happen to be different characters. Like they had this funny moment when they were imitating the mayor. I think Bubbles was playing the mayor in one scene, and I'm running downville. And they picked up the hotline phone and ended up calling the real mayor. Hello? Yes, mayor? A giant alligator? I'm on my way. Dun, 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 dun. I fell in the mud. Yes, you did. Yeah, but then of course, he kept going with it, pretty much imagining the whole thing. And then there was a result where I think they kind of got into an argument over who was Bubbles. The professor showed up to get them to stop and everything, and then they end up having him pretend to be Bubbles for a brief moment. You got to be kidding me. Don't have time for this. Alright, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Yep, it went pretty well there. And then Mime Time, there was a clown called Rainbow, who ended up getting hit with bleach that made him into. I don't know why he's still trying to use Dig. You know it's not gonna affect me. But so he ended up, so when the bleach hit him, all his colors on his outfit went up and turned to black and white, and he became a mime. And then he started. Okay, I guess I can only just use one tackle then. Okay. So, okay, I'm gonna try again. looks like they do like male, female, sorta. I noticed there. So, yeah, he's like, oh no, Rainbow the Clown has become Mr. Mime. And they don't mean the one from Pokemon. Well, I guess you could say like a black and white version of the one from Detective Pikachu that actually didn't say anything. But normally, yeah, Mr. Mime would say like, Mr. Mime. And the funny thing, I kind of imagine when they say, oh no, he's become Mr. Mime, I sort of imagine like that, who's that Pokemon segment? With the silhouette, who's that Pokemon? Da-da-da. And then when they show it, it's Mr. Mime. And he just doesn't say anything. Da-da-da. Yep, and how they defeated him, because I think Case and I actually watched this episode together after Yu-Gi-Oh! And they defeated him with, of course, music. From Bubbles, of course. It was like, oh, Bubbles, in this colorless world, you're all alone and blue. What are you going to do?
I got it.
Yes! Finally. And this, I think, is where I remember the song.
Open your eyes and take in everything that you see. Look at all the colors, there's yellow, blue, and green. Everyone has a special song if you can find a heart. And now you're invited to come sing with us, everyone. Come on, let's go. Because la 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 makes the world go round. La 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 makes the world go round.
Pretty much like that there, yeah. It was a really good song too there. And then they turned Mr. Mime back into Rainbow the Clown. Yep. Called him Digger. Yeah. Sort of like it was a character, and I don't know if I know he was in the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie, but I don't know what else he appeared in though. Yeah. I went inside Rock Tunnel. It's pitch black. Scary in there. If I could get a Pokemon to use Flash and light it up, that's what we're going to get. Alright. Let's see. Okay, no, I think this is the house here. Oh no. A fainted Pokemon just has no energy left to battle. It can still use moves like Cut outside of battle. I'm looking for the Pokemon Abra. Want to trade one for my Mr. Mime? I would, but I don't have an Abra. Yeah, I don't have an Abra though. I'm almost there. darn charger. Okay, so just gonna cut. I think it's the next building down here that has the Flash ATM. Yep. Now I almost sound like Squidward when he was faking the when he was doing the fake call. Once a Pokemon learns Flash, you can get through Rock Tunnel. Okay, so this guy right here. Oh, come on. Hi, remember me? I'm one of Professor Oak's aides. If your Pokedex has complete data on 10 species, I'm supposed to give you a reward. Professor Oak entrusted me with HM5 for you. So Jason, let me ask you. Have you gathered data on at least 10 types of Pokemon? Oh, more than that. Great, you've caught 25 kinds of Pokemon. Congratulations. Here you go. That contains the hidden move Flash. And Flash lights up the darkest caves and dungeons. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so I'm gonna save that. Alright, so let's see, what was that about the oh yeah, I mentioned about how that little cough I did earlier was like Squidward when he like, I'm sick. Cough, cough. Okay, so that's this is all pretty much what we're gonna do for this video. Cut it here, and like I say, off screen I'm gonna make my way back to Cerulean City and probably go on and get the bicycle with the bike voucher. I think, should I go back through? You know what? I think I'm gonna go back through Diglett Cave again. But yeah, I'm gonna do that off screen because I'm also gonna try to catch some more Pokemon. I did catch one Pokemon off screen, which was a Drowsy. I forgot to show you guys, but I'll try to remember in the next video to show you guys the Drowsy and some of the other Pokemon I catch off screen. But anyway, yeah, that's what we're gonna do for right now. Just gonna cut the video here, do some off-screen training and capturing before I go back to Cerulean City and get my bicycle. And in the next video, we'll be making our way to Rock Tunnel. So, yep. So yeah, we will see y'all. Definitely make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Definitely get our available books. And also, definitely support us on the Patreon. Yep, definitely. Would definitely appreciate the support there for the channel. As well as also, like I said before, buying our books. And yeah, like I said, support us on Patreon, just like Iceman University. Be sure to check out a lot of what he got going on. You know, like with Naruto, One Piece, Spy Family, and Ed, Eddie, Courage, and Hey Arnold. And also, definitely be sure to support the Miracle Crew. Yours truly, King Gabe, Queen Tina, Big Sis Casey, Janara Nellens. Yeah, make sure I say that right, Nellens there. And also, definitely, and also EJ the Supreme. And definitely, just like you hang out with us in the live streams, also hang out with us on Discord and on Facebook. And definitely, let's tell you some stuff on the McCary app. And for all that said, we will see y'all in the next video. Y'all take care, everybody. Peace out.